This was one of the closest people to the Pope, one of the most powerful men in the Catholic Church.
I'm glad it's coming out. The only way that these very dark, horrible evils can be brought to an end is if they're brought to the light of Christ, to the light of day, so that we can only address them if we know about them.
And that was our Tram Mai in her exclusive interview with Phoenix Bishop Thomas Olmsted, asking him about the conviction last week of Cardinal George Pell. Pell was once the third most powerful official of the Vatican. He now awaits sentencing for sexually abusing two 13-year-old choir boys. Pell is the most prominent symbol of a sexual abuse scandal that's plagued the Catholic Church for decades. Now, the Most Reverend Thomas Olmsted was installed as the fourth bishop of the Diocese of Phoenix in 2003. He is the spiritual leader of 1.2 million Catholics in 5 Arizona counties in central and northern Arizona. In Tram Mai's one-on-one interview, Bishop Olmsted calls for decisive action by the Church to deal with the scandal and urges abuse survivors to come forward.
I had an eye-opening interview with Bishop Thomas Olmsted as he acknowledged the sex abuse that was happening within the Catholic Church. Now the next step, what to do about it.
Dark secrets, decades old, coming to light.
Any kind of abuse is a great, great evil.
Enough to have the most powerful leader of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis, to hold an unprecedented summit at the Vatican to address the sex abuse scandal that's plagued the Catholic Church, calling the abuse a scourge and saying victims expected concrete and efficient measures.
If we do not address this decisively now, shame on us. We have a great responsibility to address this problem that we've become aware of in our society and in our church, and we have to act on that now.
What would you say to those who have lost faith in the Catholic Church because, for whatever reason, what's been happening? What would you say to them?
I would say, first of all, I can understand why they get very angry about that. It makes me angry when I see these injustices happen. But I also say to them, please be mindful of the fact that your walking away isn't going to help the Church address this. So I would hope that they would stay with us and work together with me, with my brother priests and lay people, to address this in a way so that this will not happen again.
And Bishop Olmsted addresses this problem in many ways. Every year, twice a year, he holds a special mass for those who have been abused, both in English and Spanish. And the bishop also holds Grief to Grace retreats.
Grief to Grace retreats are retreats that are held usually for 4 days, in which there's a priest present, there's counselors present, there's those who understand the kind of terrible journey that it is to come from being abused, especially as a minor, and then coming back to being healthy and whole again.
But the only way to heal is for these survivors to come forward.
I hope it'll also give them confidence that God loves them and that others of us in the Church are reaching out and really want to help them get back on their feet.
There are also more resources to help survivors, from church bulletins and parishes to websites from the Catholic Diocese of Phoenix. I've put the links to those on our website, 12news.com. Back to you.